All right. Good morning. I believe it's still morning. It's almost afternoon though. I'm coming around. Okay, guys. I have a serious question before we get started with another edition of Chalking with Babycakes. My question for you is there a remote out there that you can use with your phone or your tablet that allows you to be sitting over here and starting your lives remotely? I haven't been able to find one. I did find a remote at one point in time, well, I still have it actually, that allows me to start a video, but not a live through one of the apps. So, any of my techie people out there know anything, please drop comments below so I can get that. And then I won't be over there and then having to come all the way back around over here and all the things, right? Well, so today, welcome to day 7 of quarantine. I still have no symptoms. I still feel well. I have a little bit of a runny nose, but that's because allergies. Things are budding. My allergies. It is the prime season for my allergies. Where are my allergy sufferers out there? I know it's rough. It hasn't been as bad as it used to be, but yeah, there's that. So today, another edition of Chalking with Babycakes. Welcome to my humble abode. You can see I'm starting to line my backdrop up here with stuff I've made. It is all for sale. I'll run through some of those prices later on during my chalking session here. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these things I made while I'm in quarantine, I would be more than happy to sell them to you. All right, guys. So today I've got, I'm going to be doing 3 different things for you today. One is one of these cabinet doors. Remember the cabinet doors? So I've got this cabinet door and it's got these little holes for the handle up here. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there, if I'm just going to put like some kind of bow on it. Oh, I guess, or I don't know what I'm going to do. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know below so I can figure out what I'm going to do with that. But this one is going to be There's No Place Like Home. And honestly, it's going to be boring. I won't say boring, but I'm not going to do a lot of colors on this one. This one is just going to be black. So it's going to be very neutral. I'm going to try to center everything. And you know me, I don't like to measure anything. I just kind of like to eyeball it, right? Because that's what I do. And if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. Because that's what makes your piece uniquely yours, is when it's not perfect. So I've got my stencils placed. And I had everything all picked out. So the 3 things I'm going to do today, and I have them all picked out ahead of time. I'm going to make this cabinet door. And then I've got a chalkboard, this little mini chalkboard. Not a mini, it's a 9x12 chalkboard. I'm going to make this one. And then I'm going to make another towel. So you're going to get chalking and inking. Now my towels, of course, I will heat set them when I get back home. So I'm not going to heat set them here. There's something on the stencil or on the board. Well, that should be okay. So of course you want to take and make sure you get this down really good. So you want to get all the bubbles, air bubbles, out of your silkscreen portion of the stencil. Just to make sure that you don't have, this way it won't bleed underneath it. And it will, I've never found a really good way to describe what I'm trying to say about it not, your lines won't be as crisp as they should be. So if you saw, instead of using this fat angle, I decided to use the thicker or the thin angle on edge, side, whatever you want to say, because I saw my black paste is a little, it's not as thin, so I wanted to make sure I could stir it. And sometimes if you use the other side, the other edge of your stencil, of your stir stick, you can get through and mix up all the drier parts better. But it wasn't too dry to where I couldn't, where I had to put in water, because if your chalk paste does get dry, you can go ahead and just squirt a little bit of distilled water in there, and that'll get it all nice and yummy gooey again. Your chalk paste does need to be a yogurt-like consistency for best use. And of course I have my water bath and everything over there, so that's why I have to get up to go throw everything in the water bath. I'm not cleaning it up right away. Typically when I'm chalking at home, I will clean my stencils immediately, just because you do not want to let them get too wet. You don't want to leave water on the stencil, on the back of it, because it is a sticky, it's got adhesion to it. It's a sticky silkscreen stencil, and you want to make sure that you use that stickiness, you have that stickiness for a long time. You can get anywhere from, I don't know, 8 to 12 uses out of each of these stencils. If you take care of them better, you can get more. You can also use them even when the stickiness is gone. As long as you've cleaned them and got like all the chalk paste off of it and out of the silkscreen portion, even if it's not sticky, you can still use the stencil. You just have to hold on to it then. You can't be as quick with it. You'll have to hold on to it and just be more gentle with it. All right, so here's the last piece, and this is just to show you how quickly this can be, how quick and easy. I mean, that's why I'm doing 3 things, is because I'm making these kind of easier. I'm hoping I get that centered. Is because I'm not doing multiple colors. So I know now when I do my chalk and talks, I want to try to do 2 different demonstrations. One a hard one and one an easy one. So this is one I would call an easy one because you're using all one color. And even though I'm using different stencils, it's still all one color, and it doesn't take a lot of different, I don't even know what I'm saying. Words are hard for me today. So when I do one stencil, one huge stencil, say like I'm going to do this one, and if I'm going to do different colors, there's things you have to do, like you have to do I call it the paste and peel method. So I do one line of paste, I peel it up, and then I let it kind of fall back down with a stir stick underneath it, and then this way, you know, the chalk paste doesn't dry on the stencil. So now I do one where I do like all one color, and then I'll do a demonstration where I do multicolors. So people can see the differences of whether you're choosing an elaborate design to make or an easy design to make. So this is just how easy. I mean, it took a lot longer, and I know it's going to be backwards for you guys. It took a lot longer to make this than it would if I wasn't videotaping it, and my Instagram people probably can't see but the top of my forehead. But it doesn't take as long to do this if you're not talking as much as I am right now. Okay? All right, so that one's done. I'm just gonna stick it back there, and I'll get this guy out. You know, yesterday I made these 2 lake house, go jump in the lake signs. Those were fun. And you saw how I did do the paste and peel method on those. So if you want to go see how I did that, you can go check out yesterday's video. The fun part is getting this it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Good enough for government work, right? All right, guys. So what are you guys up to today? It's Monday. How many of you are working from home who haven't always worked from home? How many of you are now working from home? And how has that changed your daily routine? Has the coronavirus, well, I know it's changed everybody's daily routine, but is it worse, better? How are you making it through? I just can't wait for 7 more days and I can go back to a quote unquote normal schedule, if that's going to be a thing ever. So this chalkboard, I'm going to go, the saying is I still remember the days I prayed for the things I have now. Now this chalk paste is a little thick, and you can see it's almost at the end of the barrel here. So because it's almost gone, I'm not going to go ahead and put any water in it. I'm just going to work quickly. And then I'm going to do the heart, because there's a little heart on here in the red color. And once you get all your chalk paste, because you saw I put a lot down on there, you want to go ahead and squeegee all of this off. There we go. Get it all squeegeed off. Oh, I see Cheyenne is waving at me down there. She's on my Instagram feed. Hi, Cheyenne. Are you back at school today? All right, I know I'm not pulling this up, but because it's just one little heart, I should be fine with the paste and peel method. Okay. Okay, throw it over in the water bath with all the other stencils in there. And now it's done. And again, that is just how quick and easy this is. It doesn't take much time at all. Now, if you're doing a bigger sign or you're doing multiple colors, obviously, then yes, it will take a little bit longer and it will be a little bit harder. I have one more thing to make, but I want to clean some of this stuff up so I can get it out of the way. And what I like to do is I like to try to get all the paste around the edge of the jar here and get it back down into the middle so it doesn't all dry out and you lose a lot of that paste when it gets dried out. And I'm throwing I haven't missed yet. I'm throwing all my stir sticks over in my water bath over there. So now don't forget, I do have some kits available for purchase. So if you want to try this at home, check out, I think I pinned it to the top again, my pinned post. It'll have a price list and what's available, or you can always purchase it from my website directly too and choose whatever you want, not just what I have picked out for you. All right, got stuff all over the place. All right, so here I am with the towel, doing some inking. Now, if you see, I do have one of these little things. It's one of the plastic envelopes that the stencils come in. So I have that underneath the towel because the inks can run. and get through, and you don't want that to happen because the ink will not come off. The paste is a washable paste, but the ink is permanent, and once I heat set it, it will definitely not wash off and won't fade, except for, you know, just like everything else with all your washes and everything like that. It will eventually, but right now, or in your initial washes, you know, it won't fade or anything once it's heat set. So I didn't know if you noticed, I'm wearing my Hogwarts alumni shirt. I haven't turned the TV on yet today, but the entire time I've been here in quarantine, they have had a Harry Potter marathons on. It's been fantastic, guys. Not that I've been watching them. Every once in a while I'll sit down and watch it, but at least it's on for background noise for me. So I've been watching that. And I went to, well, while I was over in England, I went to the Warner Brothers studio making of Harry Potter. And that was pretty awesome. And I got this t-shirt there. It was so much fun. I loved it. It was great. So I'll turn the TV on here in a little bit just to see whether there is still a Harry Potter marathon going on. How's that sound? Anybody going to join me? Uh-oh. I can't get this open. Hey, Lisa. Aw, thanks. I enjoy going live too, Lisa. We all have to do something to keep us busy during these quarantine times, don't we? You were working out in your wood shop today, though, you were saying. I can't wait to get home to be able to do that kind of stuff. And if you see, I do the ink just like I do the paste. I just slather some of it on there. And you want to be, because the ink is a lot thinner than the paste, you don't, a couple of things. You want to make sure that you have your stencil down very well, because the ink will bleed through, especially since it is thinner than the paste. The ink will bleed through if you don't have it sealed per se very well. Yep, I did it. And then the ink is, because the ink is permanent, it's not as easy to fix mistakes. So if you do make a mistake while using the ink, you can't fix it. Well, there are ways to fix it by inking over it with other stuff, but it's not as easy to fix as a washable chalk paste, the washable chalk paste. It's a beautiful day out here too, Lisa. After I'm done live, I think I'm gonna go take my walk. I love taking the walks down here. It's a lot of fun. It's very peaceful. I still hear the birds out there chirping and all the different animals. It's still very quiet down here at the lake. A lot of people haven't started coming down here. So I'm loving the peacefulness and the sereneness. So here's the towel. It says, my kitchen was clean yesterday or last week. Sorry you missed it. So there's the towel. So I told you things were for sale, and this will be for sale too. So the towels I have, so I've got this towel. And of course I've got the Alexa towel from yesterday. I still have to heat set them, but if you want either of these towels, they are $8 a piece plus shipping. That does include all the tax. So anytime I give you prices of how much something is, tax is included, but shipping will be extra. This sign right here, if you're interested in purchasing it, it will be $25 plus shipping. Thanks, Lisa. It came out really good, didn't it? Okay. The Go Jump in the Lake, the palette version of it, is $35 plus shipping. And that's the one, that's this one right here. I'm tipping back right there. This one, which is the burlap Go Jump in the Lake, that one's $30 plus shipping. This little small palette guy that says Love Makes Our House a Home. You can get it for $10 plus shipping. If you want to get the Bless Our Nest, it is $25 plus shipping, and that is roughly 21 inches by 20 inches. These two signs are 18 by 12. And then this guy, this cabinet door, I didn't roughly measure it. I think it's maybe 18 by 21 or something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing, guys. If you want this guy, it'll be $20 plus shipping. So if you're interested in purchasing any of this stuff that I'm making here at the lake house while I am in quarantine, and I'll be going live again tomorrow making something else. I don't know what yet. I have a whole stack of stuff over there to make live, just to keep me busy, right? So I think that's about all I got, guys. It's not as long as yesterday's, I don't think. Do you guys have anything for me? If you're ever interested in doing what I do, shoot me a private message and I will hook you up and let you know what's going on. Don't forget, I do have a live sale coming up on 18 April at 5 o'clock. Join me on my Facebook and make sure you pin that to your wall. Share it out, invite your friends. I would love to have as many people as possible on there. The other thing, right now we're still planning on having the Chalk and Talk April 17th at Wine Antiques and More with Lisa. So hopefully things will have calmed down a little bit by then, but I did see the president just ordered a extended out, I guess you could say, the social distancing or isolation or whatever they're calling it till April 30th. So we'll just keep going with that. But if, you know, maybe we can do a virtual one. So you guys just need to get the kit ahead of time. And if you want to do that, I would get that ordered now. Message me, you know, let me know what you're thinking, what you want to do in the event we cannot meet together, which would make me sad because I miss you guys, my chalkers. All right, guys, go out, enjoy the rest of your day if you're not working. If you are working, I'm sorry. I'm going to go out and enjoy some sunshine because it's beautiful out. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will chalk with you later. Bye-bye.